struggle getting out on bottom? Is your coach yelling, stand up, and your face is just stuck in the mat? Well, I'm gonna teach you our Iron Faith system on how to get to our feet and how to escape. As you can see here, we have 5 ways to get to our feet, and then we're gonna deal with 3 different issues once we get to our feet, how to actually get the escape and get our 1 point. So let's get to it. The first thing we're gonna go over is how to get to our feet, and we're starting off with the inside leg stand up. This is by far the #1 way to get to your feet and the #1 way to escape, so that's why we're starting off with this first. I'm gonna first show you guys what it looks like without a partner, then we're gonna introduce my brother Mike into here and show you what it looks like with a partner. When I'm on bottom, I'm gonna have a strong base. I prefer having my laces on the mat. The reasoning behind that is because I'm not doing an explosive stand-up. If I am a fast wrestler and very explosive, that's when I can curl my toes and look for more of an explosive stand-up. I don't stand up that way, so you have your laces on the mat in order to get lower to the mat. I want my hips as low as possible. Okay, hands in front, I'm in my strong base, my head is up. Here's how the inside leg stand-up works. They're lined up on the left side of me. When the whistle blows, my hands come to the same side as the person is on. So they start here, they come over to here. Once I do that, I shift my weight over my right ankle and I start sticking my left foot out in the same direction as my hands. Once I'm here, I start rotating my left foot up, and then I take my left hand and I elbow back like this. This hand is sealing off at this point, and I'm not having it too close, and I'm not having it too far away. It has the happy medium right here. Once I'm here, again, my head's up so I don't get cradled. I start pushing up to my feet. I'll step, I'll turn, and face my opponent. I'll show you one more angle from the straight on, and then we'll have Mike come on in. I'm here, low. When the whistle blows, my hands go to the side, and they stay the same distance apart. So when I'm here, I don't put them close together over here. Same distance. Shift my weight back this way, and I stick my left foot out like that, pointing in that direction. Once I'm here, rotate my left leg up, my left elbow comes back, and I rest it right on my thigh right here, or my quad. I step, I turn and face. I'm gonna show you what it looks like with a partner, a couple reps. So Mike's on top. All right, so I'm here. When the whistle blows, we'll have Mike do an arm chop so I can show you what it looks like when a partner gives you resistance. So when the whistle blows, ready to go, I'm here and I'm resisting the chop. I'm pushing away and leaning my lower body over my right ankle, pushing away. Once I've done that, I stick my left foot out in that direction and start rotating that left leg up. Now, once I'm here, my left hand elbows back to seal off, and I push and get to my feet right there. Cut, turn, face, okay? Show you guys one more angle, go from the side here, and we'll move on to the next position, okay? I'm here, whistle blows, hands go to the side, I resist, head stays up. My left foot sticks out, rotate it up, my elbow comes back, and I keep pushing into them, step, turn and cut. The second stand-up we're gonna do is gonna be an outside leg stand-up. All of my moves first start with my inside leg stand-up. So, when I'm on bottom, and my opponent is on top, I am not gonna do an outside leg stand-up off the whistle. So I'm not going to step my outside leg, which is the leg away from him, up right off the whistle. The reason why I'm not gonna do that is because most people are gonna chop or spiral off the whistle and put all my weight over there. And if I have this foot up and no post, nothing to stop him from slamming me that way, I'm gonna get slammed right on my face. So, here's how we hit the outside leg stand-up in a more effective way. I start with my inside. So when the whistle blows, my hands come over here and I start shifting my weight. Now, I start getting up to a tripod, so I start getting up to this position here. All right, but they're too strong here, I can't get up to my feet, so I'm staying here, I can't get up to my feet. Now, what I'm gonna do at this point is this knee's gonna drop, and this leg's gonna stay up, and I'm gonna rotate towards that direction right here. So we're here, left knee goes down, right leg stays up, and I rotate to this position. My arm seals off here, and I push my right foot back into him in order to get myself to my feet. Again, I'm here. I shift my weight to resist the chop, and I start working up to my feet. But I get to this tripod position, but they're too strong. I can't stand up. So here's my second option. Left knee goes down. I do a direct rotation. Body is straight up and down like this. And I push back into him to get to my feet. Sealed off. Turn and face. The third option I have is a knee slide stand-up. Okay? Again, all these stand-ups I do, the number one way to get out on bottom is a tripod or inside leg stand-up, the first move we did. So I start with that move with all of these, okay? So, off the whistle. Again, I don't like the knee slide off the whistle. I don't like the knee slide with my left knee, because it's the same reason. A knee slide looks like this. But if he's chopping right away, when I go to knee slide, I'm just gonna get smashed. So the knee slide, again, I set it up very similar to the outside leg stand-up. I'm here. I resist the chop, okay? I start coming up to my feet, but again, they're too strong, and maybe my hands are too far forward. So my hands are too far in front of me, so if I go for the regular outside leg stand-up, I'm gonna be too far forward and I'm gonna get chopped. So if my hands are too far forward, this is when we use that third stand-up, that knee slide stand-up. So I'm here. My left knee is going to shoot to where this hand is. So this knee is going to shoot right to this hand, and my body's going to go straight up and down. Here. Okay? I'm not leaning really far this way. I'm having all my weight underneath me. We're in that same position where we were with the outside leg stand-up, so all I got to do is push back into them, come up to my feet, cut and turn. Show you guys one more angle of that from this side. So we're on that knee slide stand up. First, always start with my resist. Resist. Start shifting up. But if they're too strong and my hands are kind of far away from me, my left knee, which is the leg underneath of them, slides to where my right hand is, and I shoot my posture upright like this. I can keep my hand on the mat if I need to, but I don't want to be out too far this way. Once I'm here, I'll push up to my feet, block, cut and face. Next option we'll have. So, the last two options I use, which is going to be the sit out and the changeover. We do these when we can't even get to tripod. So I'll do the outside leg stand up and the knee slide stand up when I can get to this position. When I get to this position, that's when I'll come here and stand up, or slide and stand up. If I can't even get to there, that's when I'll hit these other two options. So my partner's on top. I still resist the chop, right? The whistle blows, I go here and I'm resisting. But I can't even get up. They're so strong, I can't even get up to my feet. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do a sit out. But my sit out is gonna be directly in front of me. Do not sit out to the side like this, because you're gonna get chopped on your face. You sit out with your feet directly in front of you, and they need to be directly behind you. So I resist the chop. I can't get up, so I'm gonna go to my sit out, shoot straight in front, right to this position here. Now, when I'm here, a good wrestler is gonna go to a spiral ride, okay? Because that's the defense to a sit out, okay? And here's how we do our stand up from this position. I'm gonna sit out. A good wrestler is gonna have this spiral position. My right elbow, the same arm that has the thigh, is gonna drop and seal off here. All right, and if he has a grip, say he has a grip on it like that, I'll seal and I'll scrape the grip off. Once I've done that, my other hand is gonna post, and I'm gonna tuck my leg underneath me like this. This is one of the biggest problems you guys will have. Tuck this leg in just like that. So it's here, tuck it into here. Now, once I'm here, I'm shooting the leg underneath of me. This is probably the most important detail with this move. Watch, ready? I'm pushing up and bringing it underneath like this. But I'm keeping my body up over top of my legs. So watch that one again. I'm here, here. And now it's an easy stand up, cut, and face. Show you guys one more angle with that one. Always start with resisting the chop. That's my first move off the whistle. Ready, go. I'm resisting. I can't get up, they're too strong. Shoot the sit out where he's directly behind me. They're in the spiral position. Elbow comes in, slides it off. Other hand post. Now watch how this leg tucks in. Watch how it comes underneath me. Right underneath. Then I push up, turn, and cut. The last one is going to be more of an explosive move. It's a changeover, similar to a switch. So if you know a switch, it is very similar mechanics. I'll use this technique if there's short time, or if I'm really struggling at the other moves. So this is great for an explosive wrestler. It really throws the person off you. I'm going to show it first without a partner, and I'll have Mike get on top. So here's what it looks like. They're lined up on this side. And this is where you, if you want to, you can opt to going on your toes because it's more of an explosive move. So this is an option where you can go onto your toes like this. All right, but I'm here, okay? My left hand, so they're on the side, is gonna cross. And I'm gonna bring my weight forwards, okay? Once I've done that, my right leg is gonna rotate up. And then on my left knee is gonna swing through, and I'm gonna land on my right hip, like that. I'm gonna show this a handful of times because it's very tough for a lot of people to get. Step one, cross. Step two, rotate up. This is very similar to the switch, but instead of getting the switch, I'm swinging my legs through, right? A normal switch, you would reach to grab the leg. We're not doing that, we're just gonna post this hand here. Okay, show you one more time. So here, cross, rotate up, swing through to here. And then right when we get to here, think of it as all the same position. This is the sit out. Tuck the leg, come to my feet, and I'll turn and cut. Now I show you what's with a partner, okay? This angle is probably the best. So we're here, the hands cross, the leg rotates up. I'm swinging through, landing to this hip and posting, and then I'm coming straight to my feet here. Right up and out. It's very hard to follow this move. Show you guys one more time from this direction. We're here, whistle blows, boom, swing through, come up, turn and face, okay? Now, those are all of our ways to get to our feet. Now, what do we do when we get to our feet? First thing we're gonna do is seal off. We do not want them to lock their hands. If they lock their hands, it's very, very difficult to get the escape. So, we've got to seal off in the first place. Now I'm going to show you guys how to seal off with that inside leg stand up. That's the stand up I'm going to be using the rest of the video just to get to our feet. Because I do think number one stand up is that first one we did. But here's how we seal off. I'm here. If my opponent is in the arm chop position, it is much easier to seal off. Okay, because you've already beat them on the inside. So we'll show you first what it will look like when they do an arm chop. So if my partner does an arm chop, I'm resisting. Shifting my weight, my left foot sticks to the side, and I start rotating up. Now, once I get to this position here, okay, whether I'm here or I've already sealed off here, okay, all I've got to do is take my left hand, seal it on my leg here, okay, and once I'm here, when we stand up to our feet, I've already beat them. This hand is what seals. Now, here's a very important detail with sealing off. This is the main thing, okay, when I'm sealing. If I have it too close, he's going to push it up the arm across. If I have it too far away, he's going to fight in and just lock his hands. So the balance to sealing off is staying in a tight, compact ball, right? So you can block. If I stand straight up, he's going to drop, and it doesn't matter if my arm's sealing off, he'll lock below it. So in a tight ball, and then balancing how far out or how close you want to be, right? So if he's fighting inside, I'm going to seal closer. If he starts pushing my arm across, I'm going to push it away a little bit. And there's a balance to that. So as you're balancing this sealing off, you're stepping, turning, and cutting. So you'll see that's a lot different than what most of your coaches might yell, get hand control. I am not in this position, digging for these hands and getting re-wristed. I'm sealing off. In an ideal situation, you're sealing off. Now, what do we do once they lock their hands? My opponent locks their hands, I have a couple options. The first thing I do is I stay on my feet. Refs will normally call a stalling call on your opponent if they cannot bring you back to the mat. So here's some tricks and tips on how to stay on their feet. One, you get in your stance. Two, you keep them directly behind you, and you do that by using your hands. You create two little V's, and you block on the back of his leg here. Because the best mat return is normally getting to the side and then lifting you onto your face. So if you can prevent your opponent from getting around you, he's gonna have a tough time bringing you to the mat. And again, if he can't bring you to the mat, he will get a stalling call. 2 stalling calls equals 1 point for me. So I will, instead of focusing on the lock too much, I will block, okay? Now, let me let go real quick. A really good wrestler will bring you back down. But if you can get good at blocking and sealing, he won't slam you on the floor. He'll barely bring you back down. And when he barely brings you back down, you're gonna tap the floor with a knee or a hand and explode back up to your feet. But here's the thing. When you tap your hand, when my knee hits the floor, they have to unlock their hands. So they're gonna unlock their hands themselves. And once they do that, I'll seal off again and get my escape. So, all right, a wrestler that's not too good, you'll get a stalling call, he'll just let you go. Okay, a better wrestler, they'll still be able to bring you to the mat. But if I'm sealing off good and he goes to bring me to the mat, and I'm like still doing pretty good, and boom, I just tap there, he has to unlock. Right when he unlocks, when I come to my feet, I'm attacking that grip, okay? So it could look very different depending on the situation, but I'm staying in the stance. I'm staying low. I'm making it very hard for him to mat return me. So even when he does mat return me, like boom, it's just that. I'm not getting slammed on my face, I'm just tapping, and then I can clear and get to my feet and get that escape. So that's actually how most of the time it worked for me. There are a few cool options I will show you, but before that, I want to show you one other little detail on how to prevent them from slamming you. When they go to pick you up, you can use your legs to hook their legs. So, just like that. Makes it very difficult for them to lift. So, when I'm low and I feel them lifting me, if I can hook a leg on their leg, it attaches me to them, so it makes it very difficult for them to actually lift me up. So, that's a little tip on how to stay grounded and stay on your feet. So, number 1, you get to your feet, stay on your feet. Number 2, here's some cool little switches, Granbys, and Petersons. I'll go through each one, okay? First thing we'll do is a Granby roll. Now, again, this is like these 3 moves I'm gonna use in very short time. I've gotta I've gotta get out, I've gotta get away. There's 10 seconds left, I'm gonna do some of these moves. I'm not gonna stand there and just stay on my feet, I don't have time for that. So, the first one, the Granby roll. This is more elite and you gotta be very careful, but you're trying to block, they go to lift you. Once they lift you and they bring you back down, you're gonna hit your foot first. So I'm here, I get lifted, I plant. Once my foot hits, I'm rolling across both the top of my shoulders, similar to a cartwheel, and rolling free. When I do a roll like that, they may hold on, but a lot of times they'll barely have anything and you'll just kind of scramble out of the position. Again, I'll show you one more time with that. I'm trying to stay balanced, but he lifts me. Boom, I get my foot to the mat. Boom, I turn my shoulder, roll, and get out just like that. Next move, switch and Peterson. You can use these kind of simultaneously. The switch, standing switch, very self-explanatory. All right, all I'm doing is I'm reaching my whichever hand underneath and grabbing the leg. Just depends on what side you're going. So I'm going this side over here. My left hand is going over top of the arm, reaching here. I'm pushing my hips away to put pressure on his shoulder, and I'll look to kind of almost hit a single leg in this position. So I'm here, right? I got short time. I'm just gonna reach, drop my hips out, come in there. Then I can finish my shot here or get away if I need to. One way to set this up is just faking one side, going the other. If they're way too far behind me, I'm not gonna reach. So I need to get them circling to me. So I may go here, they circle and come back. So I'll show you that one more time. So if I'm here, I need to get a switch. I'll fake here, I'll circle, I'll switch back. Push my hips forward and get that switch. The last one is the Peterson. You can use this switch to set it up as well. Peterson, all I'm gonna do is, again, I need him circling into me a little bit. So I'll go fake a switch, he circles, now he's here. Now, what I'm gonna do, grab his wrist. Then I'm gonna step my leg back and behind him. Here. So we're here, back behind, here. Once I'm here, the arm holds tight. I squat down, I'm gonna do a roll across my right hip here. Roll down, catch him in this Peterson position, lock, hold it tight. So, those are what we do if they lock their hands. The last thing we're gonna talk about is what do? They reduce to a shot. The first thing you're gonna do if they reduce to a shot is you're gonna seal off. So if I'm here and they start trying to go to my legs, I'm gonna block and seal. So you're being patient here. You're trying not to let them mat return you. They go to reduce, you start fighting the hands, block and turn and face. That's actually one of the best times to get your escape. So you're being patient. They go to reduce. Reduce just means attack your legs. So they go to attack your legs. You start blocking their hands and just use that as an opportunity to escape. Next thing, if they're shooting a double, this is kind of a unique scenario. Even single sometimes, you can do what's called a hip heist. And I'll show you what that looks like. So my opponent's here, okay? Maybe I start breaking. They start reducing and kind of almost shoot your knees, Mike. And I'm gonna keep walking my feet out and hip heist out of that position. So that's kind of a common thing if they're very aggressive with their shot. If they're just kind of reaching down and trying to touch your leg, you can seal off. But if they drop and like blast double into your legs, we'll use this technique. I'll show you one more time. So he goes to lower, my feet and my hips go out, and I walk away and keep my hips up. As I do that, I'm going to throw my left leg in the air, okay? And my left hand's going to swing down, and my left leg's going to swing down here. And as I'm doing that, I'm sliding away. That is actually a pretty advanced technique. So if you're having trouble with it, comment below. I can make a more full series on the hip heist, but that is one option. And the last option we're going to do is I'm going to kick away. I like this better than sprawling. So if they actually get a single leg, so I'm here, they drop, they get a single leg. Yeah, either one's fine, yeah. I'm going to kick away, and it just depends. If he's this high, I may not kick away. But the nice thing is he already got the takedown. I don't have to be as stingy and sprawl. He got the takedown. But he gets a stalling call if he's on a single leg on the mat, because he's on top. So when he reduces to a single, I might sprawl him to the mat. And once I start sprawling to the mat, I'm not going to try to spin behind him unless he has a really weak grip. Most people in Mike's situation are going to try to stall the situation out because they know they're just going to start back on top. But if I go like this, bring him below my knee, and start kicking away, either I'm going to get away and get my 1 point, or he'll hold on and he'll get a stalling call. I don't know exactly what the seconds are, but I think it's 5 seconds. He's holding on here for 5 seconds, and he can't get back on top, he gets stalling call. But in addition to that, I may get a stalling call and still get away. All right, so I'm gonna show you the technique to the kick out a little bit. So we're here. How I'm gonna kick away is I'm gonna just kick away from the leg he has. So he has this leg, I'm turning away from it and kicking in a circular motion. I'm pointing my toe to try and slip it out of the lock. So I'm here, he has my leg. I'm extending my whole body. I'm ripping my foot, pointing my toe, and ripping it free like that. Okay? So that is the only time I'll do that though. I really avoid doing kicking away like that if he doesn't have a takedown. This is a little too risky. So I like to kick away though, because use it as a tactical way to get a stalling call. And even if they do to try to jump back on top, you can use that to seal off. So if I'm here, all right, so he reduces to a single, boom, I'm coming back, I get him down to the mat, I'm here. When I start kicking away, a lot of times they'll try to jump on top of you, and you can use that as an opportunity to escape too. So as I start kicking away, you might try to jump on top, boom, sealing off, getting away right there. All right, so that's everything we have for you guys. The last little point I have is never scramble in these type of situations, because you're gonna give up back points. You're still on bottom. So, and last little thing, he reduces, boom. Okay, I sprawl. All right, now I'm gonna funk roll, scramble. All right, well if I go like this and get stuck here, even if I roll through, they count back points. My opponent is now getting back points right now. So that's the last little tip. Do not scramble because you're still on bottom and you haven't gotten your escape yet. I hope this answered all your questions. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment below, and we'll make sure to make another video on it or answer it if need be. All right.